to present you the project report, creating a social media account for Lianhua Supermarket for you. So our team group members, including Steve, Ram, John, and Jeffrey. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we will cover 8 parts, and now I will give you a brief introduction about Lianhua Supermarket. It's a small Asian supermarket located in Auckland Central, targeting at customers nearby and young generations, especially from the nearby universities. But as a newly opened supermarket, it faces several issues, such as low customer traffic. So that's why we have this project today. So the main objectives of this project contains 3 parts. The first one, increase the customer's traffic. Number 2, generate sales revenue. And number 3, build up brand awareness. And for this project, we need 2 resources. The first one is about the talent. So this includes our project team and about operation staff and KOL, which stands for key opinion leaders. And the other part is about the budget. We've invested 15,000 New Zealand dollars, covering the staff salary, freebies, advertising costs. And now let's welcome Steve to introduce you about the WBS and Rossi Chunk.
As you see, our project has 5 phases: initiation, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling, and closing. In first of all, initiation background research, that means we investigate the supermarket locations, foot traffic, and business operations. And then we have to do competitive analysis. That means we investigate the other supermarket on the social media. After that, our group will seriously discuss based on the research and analysis. After that, we have a meeting with the sponsor to pursue him to support our plan. The second phase, planning, we define goals, objectives, and necessary resources. And we develop a comprehensive project plan, including milestone, timeline, risk, and change management, and staff responsibilities. In executing phase, first of all, we need to launch an official account on the Xiaohongshu social media, and train the employee to operate content marketing. That means design and implement various marketing activities online, including to offer a special discount each week and encourage the customers to sharing, comment, and create posters about supermarket. Design promotions, that means we buy traffic more to reach out the KOLs to recommend the product of the supermarket. Material and controlling phase. Sales monitoring, that means to choose the traffic, summarize the customer's behavior, and analyze the strengths and weaknesses of the first online market activities. Personal change, that means we need to train a backup employees so they can promote to fill in before operators to take off or resign. Social media monitor needs to monitor the negative comment at the Xiaohongshu social media. Closing phase, we need to analyze the project results based on the objectives such as increase revenue and enhancing popularity of supermarket. Last one, evaluation, is we evaluated the performance and impact to draw lessons learned from the project. Next one, thank you. Next one is a Rossi chart. As you see, we have 5 individual roles in our project. There's a project team, this means our group. Owner is the owner of the supermarket. And the manager is the responsible manager of supermarket and the employees. Operator is responsible to managing the account on the Xiaohongshu supermarket and use the account to interact with the customer. Content producer is responsible to create the posters, image, text about supermarket. So in the first phase, initiation, Project team, our group is responsible for the research and the analysis and the group discussion. The second phase, the project team is also play an important role. It's responsible to define objectives that develop a plan. In the executing phase, the operator is responsible to launch an account, sales, promotions, and content marketing, and managers the account flow. And the next one is content producers to be responsible as a sales monitor or other monitors.
Yeah, can we go to the next one, please? That's
Okay,
all right,
okay.
because it's just a Rasi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one, Cassie, is managers responsible and
Okay.
owners. Thank you.
Yes, that one. It's more important. Thank you.
Okay, so now is the progress reporting part. For this report, for this project, we use two methods: incremental method and sporadic method. This is mainly because of three reasons. First, our employees are not very experienced on how to operate an Xiaohongshu account, so we need to continuously monitor their behaviors to make sure they are on the right track, nobody make mistakes. And the second reason is like all the social media, Xiaohongshu's mainstream style often change. So like today, people like something very cute, tomorrow people like something very cool. So we need to keep tracking on what kind of content our target customer like and change our published content based on it. That's why we choose incremental method. And for the sporadic method, it's more about data credibility. We don't want our employee to pretend everything goes well, but actually not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why we choose this method. And from this table, you can see the information we are more focusing about. So for identify the popularity of our account and the conversion rate of the project, we need to connect the user engagements like the likes, views, shares of our content, and the number of followers of our account, and how many users use our promotions in the store. And we also highlight some dates and contents that have very outstanding data, so we can analyze why they are outstanding and how we can remake this. And also, example of something we're doing really great, we also need to focusing about the issues our employees encounter when executing the project. And if there's something really difficult to overcome, then we will discuss it together. So the frequency of our progress report, at the beginning we do it every week. So every Friday, our manager will connect all the data and analyze it to create a report and send it to the owner in an electronic form. And after a few months, our employees are getting more experiences and we are having more trust on them, then we reduce the frequency into every 2 weeks. And in our reports, at the beginning, we find out that our content is not attractive enough. There's no, we didn't attract as many target customers as we expect. And the second thing is our employee said he's under lots of pressure, there's too many works to do. So we add one more employee and then change our content style. After that, our process can chop our plan, but we are a little bit out of budget. That's it. And now it's talking about our schedules.
Yeah. So as Steve explained our WBS, so I will address about the details. This schedule is mainly about the timeline and about the key performance indicators. So take the initiating part as an example. So the main KPI for here is about the sponsor approval and the initial funds. Yeah. And take executing as another example. This KPI includes the traffic, the monthly traffic report, and about the sales conversion rate, and also about the staff training. Yeah, and the whole project runs 6 months. Yeah, so that's all.
For the rest management, we're facing some problems about the brand reputation, market protection, data coverage, operational efficiency, and technology adoption challenge. Because of this problem, the rest owners is the project teams, content producers, and operator and owners. They are responsible about the management risk. It's also should be effective to the management measure, such as market research, training, and funding that can help the Dianhua supermarket to refund this risk. Move to the next. Change the management. For this part, I use the ADKAR, the change management tools to doing the management. It's through the awareness, the desires, knowledge, ability, reinforcement. According to this element, this could be help the Dianhua supermarket to doing the positive change. About awareness is the easy part is the employees and the stakeholders. They can understanding and know benefit about we doing the small books social media account and is clear vision and objective to the Dianhua supermarket.
Again, just for the attention of everybody, if you're gonna look at that particular slide, that is exactly a very good way of presenting the change management. Because have you noticed that some of your presentations were just quite, regular or practically normal, but this one was really very spot on. Because this particular, paradigm or schema is very suitable to that particular, project proposal, that project, management that you've got. That is something that is really struck me when I was reading your report. I like the way you visualize the change management. It was really very, very good and spot on. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more creative with your presentation. I know I'm the least creative person when I do my presentation because I don't use the slides, but your generation allows you a lot of creativity, and there's so much there in the computer at your behest that you could possibly, utilize in order to create the most creative and the most amazing, schemes or paradigms or visual. Okay, thank you. And I would like to commend the group for that. It was really very good.
And it can be prove the Dianhua supermarket and more the brand awareness and also knowing the customer's engagement.
Yes.
For the designer is setting the target with the shareholders and employees. They're working together and complete together. There will be lots of the communication, they share ideas. The manager will be knowing the market. The employees learning lots of the management skills from the manager. The knowledge is we are giving the knowledge and training to the employees. That could be help that's we need doing the guideline. The company needs doing the guideline and also do the policy and the training of the toys to the employees to how to build the social media account. About the ability, we must be sure we teaching after teaching the employees, they have the skills to show you about the stakeholders, let them more trust us, and we can have a good communication. And in this part, the employees need we need a hand training and also give them the across to the resources and also give the growth opportunities to show them in the companies you have the future and you don't leave to the company to look at the other companies. And for the enforcement is feedback reviews and assessment to the resistance per regiment is that we can help the companies to group more fast to group up.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And for our communication with stakeholders part, we divide it to the 4 stages. The first one is the initial planning stage. In this stage, we communicate by the meeting. The meeting we discussed about our objectives, our budget of the project, our milestone, and we also talked about who is responsible for what kind of job. And we are not only talk about these things generally, we talk about its specific objectives, like a 20% more customer flow in 6 months. And after the meeting, we have summary throughout the email provided to everyone to make sure everyone has the idea and awareness of what we are doing. We have the common goal. And the second stage is the research and development stage. In this stage, we communicated by regular meetings. We discussed about the social media market strategy and time planning, and also the content we post. And we also discussed about the social media market in our target customers and analyze the competitors as well. And also we make it as a conclusion submit to the stakeholders to get some feedback and advice. And based on the feedback and advice, we do some adjustments in timely. And also for the third party's content creation and approval, in this part we communicated by shared online and in real-time tools. That means everyone can edit the docs in real time, and the stakeholders can see what we are editing in time. So we can adjust it in a really short time and to reduce our cost. And also the content approval signs will be obtained throughout the online tools as well. And the last part is the continuous improvement. In this part, we mainly responsible for the monitoring of the social media market. That means we analyze the data performance to make sure which parties perform really good, and we try to put this part to even more. And the next. And our project closure. The first thing is the final review meetings. In these meetings, we talk about what we achieved, and the progress, and also the experiences we have, and also we have documentation. The important thing of this documentation, because it includes everything, the experiences, the milestones, time frame, which is really good to the supermarket operation, the social media account by themselves. And also, after this, the stakeholders will confirm what we achieved. We not only achieved our sales, we got a lot of increasement of our profits, our customer flows, but also we gained a lot of followers in our social media account. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you very much. I have only two questions to the group. My first question, because when you were discussing, there was so much mention about the brand reputation, right? That is one of the most outstanding issue that you have identified. Because there are so many brands, because this around them, countless, multitude. Okay, that the problem with this one is how to make that one really stands out as compared with the other competitors, especially with the social media. You know, the social media is countless, numerous, and people could hardly, cope with the amount of information or websites there, right? So because there are millions competing for a very fleeting attention of the users, how are you going? What would be the distinguishing characteristic of your brand that makes it, better as compared to other competitors? What is in the brand reputation that exceeds beyond the competition? Each one of you could answer.
Because the highlight we didn't mention in our presentation is the supermarket has a delivery service. Because the supermarket located in CBD. CBD is hard to parking. And people living in CBD, they prefer the convenient service because the CBD has a high rent. CBD is busy, it's not easy, but people they live in CBD because they prefer the convenient lifestyle. So the delivery service is really important to them. I think it's a good point to hold the customer interest. And our target customer is the young generation in Chinese community. They are so used to get the delivery service. Yeah, I think that's the point to hold the customer interest.
So your social media would be expressed in Chinese language
Yes.
or in English?
In Chinese.
In Chinese.
Yeah, mainly in Chinese.
Mainly in Chinese. My question is, if that would be the case, then you practically alienate some people who would like to patronize that particular business because they won't be able to understand the website if it is mainly in Chinese. You understand what I'm trying to say? I know your point because your primary target in marketing is Chinese, but you've got to understand that the secondary market is the non-Chinese, and the non-Chinese also would be a very big customer base. But if your website is generally or mainly Chinese, you alienate the secondary market. And how does it work? Do you think that is a good idea? The second guy?
For me, I just think maybe have a good standard about the brand. Maybe the cartoon or the games, the heroes, just a new brand, different with the other shops. Yeah, maybe some new people will be interested about the shop. They go inside to the shopping or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we ask this lady? My question pertaining to the language of the website, how would you address that? Would you still stick to the Chinese language or make it more or less, in English? Or I do not know. How are you going to approach that?
I know your concern. Maybe because Xiaohongshu is mainly Chinese language, so your point is not very related to our project. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Thank you for saying that.
I'm sorry. I'm
You're
sorry.
very glad, right? Yes, I am very glad that I was putting my proper place, isn't it?
I know your concern is about like our secondary market,
Yes.
secondary customers, but our project is mainly focusing about the first. So if you want to advertising for non-Chinese customers, then we may choose the other social media platform like TikTok or Facebook,
Okay.
such as that.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying that because I've been in the country for 20 years. I prefer what they call this shopping in Chinese supermarkets, Asian supermarkets, rather than the big countdown like New World or Pack and Sale or what. Because usually the Asian supermarkets or Indian, even Indian, when I go to what they call that Sandringham, or I always go for Asian markets because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
They're cheaper, a lot cheaper, and there are more choices that will practically cater to our Asian culture. Okay, and that is the reason. So that's why I made that point that do not alienate the people like us who do not speak the language. You understand that? Because one thing that a lot of Kiwis, a lot of Kiwis and a lot of non-Chinese speakers hate when you go to a bloody Chinese restaurant. Everything is in Chinese. And I do not know whether the one that I ordered is a bloody dinosaur or a penguin or a bloody, crocodile. Because no translation at all. So you're gonna end up with practically a picture. Okay, so there are pictures there, but the pictures would not tell you whether it is a chicken meat or is it a pork, is it beef or whatever it is. And there was a point in time in New Zealand that there was some kind of initiative as part of the law. Of course, it didn't pass because they wanted that they wanted to discourage all businesses that are using their own language because they are saying this practically alienates the Kiwi, the local people. Because this is New Zealand, and if you would like to run business here, making sure that at least there must be translations in your services, in your product offerings, because most of the Kiwis were practically, you go to Mount Albert. You know Mount Albert? Because Mount Albert is or Howick, they call it Howick, or the Chowick, because the Chinese that is the center, the suburbs for Chinese. When you go to those places, practically everything is in Chinese. And you feel that you are in a bloody Chinatown. Okay? And most of the local are practically uncomfortable. That's why there was an initiative before that you cannot continue the operations of this if at least there is no translation there. See? But of course, it didn't pass because it was a little bit, it's quite controversial because it's highly a politicized issue. That is the reason why I mentioned that one. Can I ask the other two guys there? So the question that I've got about you is the social engagement, right? Because that is mentioned also. How are you going to ensure that your target customers will be socially engaged with your project?
We consider to reach out to the key opinion leaders to come to the project product about of supermarket. And according to the survey, the Chinese young people in our country, they prefer to trust the KOLs they recommend. So we can consider this way to recommend a supermarket.
Okay, the leader?
So apart from the KOL part, I think the most important thing is about the content. We will need to create the content that's really appealing to the younger generations, such as the reasonable price and some good activities, good promotion campaigns, especially targeting on some good products that are really attractive to young people.
Okay, thank you very much. That was really very good.